Wednesday time. I'm Carrie, and wanted to come in here today just for a quick video to share more on this new coffee that you might have heard me talking about. This is a little packet that I have been sharing about here and there, and I wanted to just show you how to make one of my favorite beverages that I often make after I eat lunch, which is right now. I just ate lunch, and so I was going to make this, and I thought I would hop on. So this little packet is King Coffee. And King Coffee is something that you may or may not have heard of before. This coffee is a little bit different than regular coffee. But I first just want to say, coffee is literally one thing that almost everybody loves, okay? It's like cult following, right? People love their coffee. They will go to various places and spend lots of money on coffee. So this is something that I know a lot of people consume, let's put it that way. And I want to share a little bit more about why you might want to consider consuming this coffee in particular. So this is an instant coffee. You just add water to it. I'm going to show you how I make a little beverage that I love to make. But it's instant coffee. It's organic instant coffee. But the difference with this is that it has something called reishi added to it. And reishi is a type of, or it might be reishi, I don't know, however way that you pronounce it. I might be pronouncing it wrong. But it is a mushroom. And it's found in a lot of different things, beverages and foods and different things like that. But the difference with this is this is actually the reishi spores that are added to this coffee. And so there's a lot of different benefits to that. And I'm not going to go into a whole lot of detail today, but it's really, really good for reducing inflammation. It can help reduce brain fog. It can help increase GABA in your brain, which then helps with a whole host of other things. So it's just, there's a lot of benefits to it. I'm actually creating a blog post that's going to kind of outline some of those. But for sake of time, I wanted to just show you how I like to make my coffee with this. So I'm just going to empty this packet in my mug, which you really can't see. Let me try to turn it a little bit. All right, Facebook, sorry, you can't see that. But anyway, have a mug. Have the coffee in there. Next, I'm going to add some collagen, which I really like to add collagen. Obviously, it has a lot of benefits to it. We know that it helps with hair and skin and nails. It's also really good for gut health. So I like to add it mainly for the gut health, but also because it has protein in it. So this, though, you could add plain, which has no flavor. But I really like adding chocolate. I like this chocolate collagen a lot because it's got a really nice chocolate taste to it. But it's not super, super sweet. Some of these things are like way too sweet for me, but this one is not. So I'm going to add about 3/4 of a scoopful in there. Then I'm going to add a tiny bit of honey because I mentioned that is not sweet at all. So you could definitely leave this out, but I just like to add a tiny bit, like literally a tiny squeeze of honey. And so then I'm going to take my kettle full of hot water and pour some over. The thing with this, if you like strong coffee, you're going to want to not add a super whole lot of water to this. So you'll see it's about maybe 3/4, maybe even less than that full, because I'm going to add a little bit of raw milk to it as well. So I know this is something that you probably all use with your coffee, or a lot of you do anyway, but it's just a frother. It's like a handheld frother. So I'm trying to hold it up so you can see without getting it all over me. But I just like to do this. You could definitely do it with a spoon, but it kind of gives it a little bit of a foam, tiny bit of foam. And then this is actually like a electric frother that I put milk in sometimes. It's actually stopped working a little bit. I hate it because I would do some raw milk in there and it would be like so thick with foam. It was really good, but it still tastes good. It's just not quite as thick of a foam. But I really like using raw milk in cooking and in coffee and different things like that because it has a lot of different benefits for your health. It's actually one of the best forms of active vitamin A, which we all need more of normally. We just don't get enough of it. So that's one of the best forms of that. So I just like to add a tiny bit to my coffee. I didn't add too much. It's not a huge amount, but yet it gives it some more additional creaminess. And this is a great little beverage to drink in the morning, to drink after you eat, just, you know, maybe in place of something sweet. It's going to have a tiny bit of sweetness, but it's got a lot of different benefits to it. So I just wanted to share with you how I like to make my coffee these days and which coffee that I'm drinking from now on. So I'm going to share more in a blog post. I'll put this video and link it on the blog post so that you can read more about this type of coffee. And if you wanted to purchase it, you could know how to do that via the blog post. And I'll also put the link to this as well. It's from Further Foods. It's their chocolate collagen peptides. But you don't want to get this coffee off Amazon, because I made that mistake, and normally they sell outdated products on there, and even if they change, even if the expiration date is in check, they can change the expiration date on the packaging, and that's what they did to what I bought. So I'm going to put how you can purchase this if you want to try it out, and if you have any questions about it, let me know. But I know we all love our coffee. I had actually given up coffee, I don't know, probably this year I really cut back on coffee, and I would only drink decaf, but I still just I just had kind of given up on it, to be honest, because I would feel kind of jittery, and it just really wouldn't make me feel that great. But what I've realized with this is, with the addition of those reishi spores, it actually takes the effects of the caffeine away. So this does have some caffeine in it, but once it's taken away, it kind of, I guess, kind of nulled with the addition of those spores, it actually is less than a cup of decaf, and I don't have any of the normal symptoms that I typically would have when consuming caffeine with this coffee. Plus, it has all the other benefits as well. So I'm going to have that blog post up soon, but I just wanted to share this with you while I was making it today. And let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if you've tried this coffee and if you love it, or if you have a great way to add it to a beverage. I'd love to know that too. All right, guys, I'll see you later. Bye, everyone.